All right, so our last video here, we're going to be modeling greater than, less than, equal to. We're going to be comparing, you guessed it, fractions. And we can do this a couple of ways. You know, most of us like to draw models and be perfectionists. However, when we're drawing models, unless we don't have graph paper or like a ruler or something very specific to keep us in line, they're not always reliable. But I'm going to show you a quick strategy to compare fractions. So if we have the fraction 3/4 and it's greater than, less than, or equal to, let's say 6/10. My very first step I want to do anytime I'm comparing fractions is compare to the benchmark fraction 1/2. It's actually going to save you a lot of time, because if 3/4, well, that's greater than 1/2 because what's half of 4? 2, that's right. So this is greater than 1/2. So if this were, let's say 3/10 or 2/10, we'd know that this would be automatically bigger because it would be, this would be less than 1/2. However, what's half of 10? 5. So this is also greater than 1/2. So the benchmark fraction doesn't help me out here, but I've got a quick strategy in order to find which one is greater than, less than, equal to, which is where symbol goes. So I'm going to cross multiply. And some of you are going to say, Ms. Hatcher, we do that to find equivalent fractions. Yes, we absolutely do. But we can also use it to find if this is greater than this and vice versa. So 4 times 6 or 10 times 3, it doesn't matter where we start. 4 times 6 gives me 24, that's right. And 10 times 3 gives me 30. Well, I instantly see they're not equivalent, so I can definitely cross that out. They're not equivalent. And I noticed that I have a 30 and a 24. Which is the bigger number that we just generated, 30 or 24? 30 is the bigger number, and it's associated with this 3/4. They're right beside each other. So this is my bigger fraction. So my symbol wants to devour 3/4. So I would read this as 3/4 is, what symbol is that? Greater than 6/10. That is correct. So let's do another problem real quick. Let's do 1/6. Actually, no, that's too easy. Let's do 2/6. It's greater than, less than, or equal to 8/10. All right, I want you to pause and I want to see if you can figure this out on your own. Think about what we talked about with benchmark fractions here as well. So pause that video and try it real quick. All right, so we've got 2/6 and 8/10. Let's go ahead and figure this out by cross multiplication, and then we'll talk about that benchmark fraction. So 2/6 and 8/10. I'll kind of put it down here this time to show you what I did. 2/6 and 8/10. So 6 times 8 is 48. You got it? 10 times 2 is 20. And I see a big difference here. 20 versus 48. I'd rather have 48 pieces of cake. So 48 is associated with 8/10. So 8/10 is the bigger fraction. However, okay, my symbol would go this way. Yes, you're right. But, however, if I wanted to look at these and use the benchmark fraction 1/2, right? Keep 1/2 over here in my pocket, because I see 2/6. And what's half of 6? 3. So if 3/6 is equal to 1/2, 2/6 is going to be less than 1/2. So this is smaller than 1/2, but 8/10, 8's really close to 10. And what's half of 10? 5, that's right. So 8/10 is bigger than 1/2. So if this is less than 1/2 and this is bigger, there should be no question that 8/10 is going to be the bigger fraction. But I say this equation is 2/6, or expression, 2/6 is less than, remember, kind of L, the L makes a less than 8/10. And there's your answer.